it was exhausting. Another war. Obviously, feel blessed. They're really good, well-coached, good basketball team. Statistics aside would show they're really good offensively nationally, really good defensively nationally. They have good personnel. They run good stuff. I really like their team. Obviously, we knew it was going to be a tremendous challenge, and I thought our guys, from a toughness perspective, really answered the challenge that we had issued to them coming off of Saturday's game. And especially on the defensive end, starting to grasp that a little bit, the importance of that on every single possession, every second. And I thought we were really dialed in at that end. I thought we competed on the glass well. When you defend and rebound, you give yourself a chance. And then we made a couple, shots here and there. But at the end of the day, I think what stood out for me was just our defense, our rebounding, how connected we were. Thought we were really connected at both ends of the floor. Questions?
John, when you look beyond this game into winning the last 3 or 4, what do you notice? I mean, it sounds like obviously the defense is a big part of it. What's changed with defense and kind of beyond that?
Yeah, you kind of answered it, Shannon, there. 4 out of 5 games now we've held opponents under 40. That's hard to do in any league, and definitely in this one. So I think it starts there, and then just the fight in our guys. They deserve the credit. They've got fight in them, and they fought to get better. I think we've gotten better. That bye week really helped us. It was at the right time for us in terms of some things that we needed to, really improve upon X and O wise. But even with that said, I think it's more of a mindset right now. They care about one another, and they're fighting.
Back to the left here.
Coach, Northwestern only had 5 shots in the second half. What did you guys change at halftime, if anything? So what did you guys do defensively in the second half to sort of shut them down?
We'll take a look at it. I'm sure they missed some they probably normally make. I mean, the 5 is pretty fortunate there, but we just tried to make it difficult as we could. I thought Lucas, I just said this downstairs, when you see him playing like that defensively and you're standing back as the other 4 guys, if he doesn't inspire you to compete, then you don't have a pulse. I think he's kind of the front porch of our defense, and I thought he was really good tonight. But I thought Tracy was terrific tonight defensively. Maybe he had his best defensive game of the year. I thought Hill was great in a lot of different areas, making our team better with the pass, rebounding, scoring, defending. He was vocal. Guys were loud. I could hear them when they were playing. I could hear them in the huddle. They were really engaged in the game, and like I said, they were really connected. And they had to be against a team that's, as good as they are, offensive efficiency-wise and even defensive efficiency-wise. Their defensive numbers are even better than their offensive numbers, and their offensive numbers are good. So we had to be really dialed in, and it took an enormous amount of energy and toughness to pull it out.
Kind of piggybacking on that with John, does he have just a different maybe level of quickness out of the front of the defense that the other guys have? Because it seems like he can pressure the ball and keep guys out of the lane better than maybe some other guys.
Yeah, some of it. Certainly he's not. He's got good quickness. I don't know. You'd have to ask him if he feels like he has Usain Bolt type speed and quickness. What I will tell you is he's a tough dude.
JCO was jumping around and cheering in the second half, so it shouldn't be that bad.
It's not. It's an ankle sprain. The fortunate thing for us is we don't play till Sunday. So hopefully we can get him back for the game. It looks optimistic that we will, Rob, based on how it looked after the game, what the doctors told me. It was a mild to medium. So we'll see. He'll get a lot of treatment starting at 8 tomorrow morning with Schmitty, and we'll get multiple treatments in tomorrow and multiple treatments on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and hopefully he'll be able to go on Sunday.
Joe?
John, Chris Collins said, you guys look like you have a sense of urgency, a spirit about you right now. Is this team kind of rallied around each other, and do you feel like they kind of have a chip on their shoulder right now moving forward?
And you'd have to ask them. All I've really talked to them about, Jeremy, is honoring the process and fighting for one another, do it for each other, and, get back to being, who we are. It's one thing to talk about TNT, and it's another, actions speak louder than words. So I've really kind of challenged them with that. I thought that they've really answered the bell with that today. And I want to enjoy tonight. I'm not a total Scrooge. They can go get something to eat with their family. I always tell them, make sure they pay. That was always my rule in college when my parents came to see me. And then when they wake up tomorrow, we've got to take a look at this one, see what we can do better, and honor the process tomorrow. We get a day off on Thursday, have 2 great days of practice, and then get ready to go on Sunday. That's kind of what I've asked them to do, to block out anything else. Fortunately, we got some older guys, so they bought into it, and they've been pretty good about it, as we talked about the other day leading into this one.
Second row.
Coach, a few weeks ago against Penn State, you said you were debating whether or not to call a timeout when you thought there was a lot of momentum riding and you didn't. Was that going through your head when you called that timeout after Tracy hit that 3 to play?
No, honestly, I wanted to keep that group out there, and they looked gassed. But don't tell them I said this, and I don't know if they'll go online to see the presser or not, but because I tell them they can't get tired. They're not allowed to. But that's really why I called it. Yeah, but you're right. Very similar. It's astute on your part, because that last time it was a 14-0 run, and I don't want to be the momentum killer. Do you call timeout and kind of refocus them? Do you not? That's a hindsight 2020 deal. Today I chose to do it because I really wanted to keep. I thought that group was playing well, and they had really exerted a lot of energy on the defensive end. And I was just trying to get them an extra blow there for the stretch run.
You talked a lot yesterday about guys bringing their A game, the things they do well. Do you feel like maybe you saw some of that tonight? It just seemed like the things those guys do well, you got.
Yeah, for sure. I thought guys played well within their wheelhouse. They kept the main thing, and brought those things to the table. And we made some mistakes, but I'll live with most. As long as we're got some toughness to us and we're connected, then we'll figure the rest of the stuff out.
With back-to-back wins now, how can you build off of that in this, or maybe just even Sunday?
You get up tomorrow at 8 o'clock, get J. Cole some treatment, have a great practice tomorrow, watch the film. I wish there was some fancy formula, but it's really about honoring the process, and our guys have done that very well. I did think that the bye week helped us. I do feel like we're getting better, but we still got a long way to go. Shannon's house.
I just wanted to go back to Lucas for a second. Just how far and how quickly has he come? Because I know you said you were kind of waiting to see how his defense would develop, and how much has he grasped?
He's really he's improved a lot. He continues to get better. Defensively, I've said before, he's starting to grasp the concepts even in a more firm way now, Shannon. And then offensively, he's getting more comfortable out there as well, and with the experience. Obviously he has good vision and can pass, and he's really good with the ball and all that stuff. But again, I think his best attribute, having coached him now on a daily basis since October the 3rd when he was able to come back, really after missing the summer and the fall, is his toughness.